Hello, dear viewer, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy with me, Chalanon, and Lunar Nebula Gaming. We should be pretty much done with upgrades and things in the encampment. We could do another mental mock battle. I'm just going to save that for now. Let's go back then. Yoink. There are a couple more things we should do. Character stories. Though she wishes to use her powers for good, Izana recounts their part in her tragic past. Ooh, backstory. Okay.
I must say, your display of power was quite astonishing. One moment there wasn't a single cloud in the sky, and the next we were drenched to the bone. The townsfolk were certainly appreciative, and that means much in these trying times. Where did you learn such sorcery?
I was born with it, as were my forebears. In the far reaches of Hyzant, my people dwell, acting as shamans and summoning rain when the people cried for it.
You hail from Hyzant? I suppose we should count our blessings that you found your way to our ranks.
Flashback time?
Ah, so you're Izana. We've heard tell of a witch using her dark arts to frighten the peasants into submission.
Yeah, I figured there might be some political implications of perhaps a shaman that can bring rain versus the salt from the source. Okay.
Rest assured, we shall conduct a thorough investigation into these rumors. In the meantime, your presence is requested at the Hierophant's palace.
Rumors from whom? There are no dark arts being practiced here. And the people are not scared of me. I provide them rain when they require it. That is all.
Quiet, witch! Save your remonstrations for the Inquisition.
Is this their investigation? My guilt was decided ere they laid eyes upon me.
Perhaps they are threatened by the sight of the common folk huddled around your warming smile. The goddess of salt is a jealous mistress, after all, and her subjects cannot well suffer another to be so adored. It is as you said. If you appear before the Inquisition, you will surely be found guilty, and the punishment will be grave.
Then what recourse is left to me?
If the tentacles of the Church can reach this far, then nowhere in Hyzant is safe. We must flee our borders and go far from the gaze of the Zealots. It will be just as we promised each other. We'll start a new life, together.
Decent plan.
Is that truly what you want? 'Tis hardly the new beginning we envisioned.
That matters not. Only that it is ours.
Very well. Then let us meet again at nightfall. You know where. Until then, my love.
I shall count the minutes till next we meet.
Well, something tells me he doesn't make it.
Alas, he did not come. Another victim of the Inquisition's tyranny. Had he never met me, would he still be alive today? Should I have said nothing and fled alone in the night?
I am sorry for your loss, but you mustn't blame yourself. 'Twas hardly your fault. And you do not know his fate for certain. He could very well still be alive.
Perhaps. I tried to seek him out, but there was little I could do with the Church's agents breathing down my neck. They burned down his home, and his family was never heard from again. I fear the worst. The goddess of salt must be named so for the tears she causes. She took everything from me. Her minions, all of Hyzant, they bear responsibility for my grief, and I aim to see that they answer for it. Although we have known each other only briefly, I sense a strong ally in you. Will you lend me your sword when the time comes?
Of course. Of that you can be certain.
But you use a bow and arrow, Hewitt. Just saying. At any rate, yeah, she's definitely got some anger that it seems very justified, but not all of Hai's hand. I mean, I'm sure those farmers you helped did not like what happened. Okay, Yulia speaks to Serenoa about having a noble imprisoned without a lord's permission. Oh, is this a flashback to that previous combo?
Lord Serenoa, may I speak with you?
About that noblewoman, yes? Eridor's told me what happened.
Forgive me. I know that I should have waited for your orders before acting. But I could not leave that woman to her devices. The longer the war goes on, the more the people suffer. I imagine their feelings toward their rulers must be souring. In spite of this, that woman tried to use your name to wrest their food away. Had we let her go free, people would have thought she was acting on your orders, and their mistrust of you would have only grown. I believed we had to show them that soldiers stand for justice, and acted. I accept whatever punishment you deem fit.
Promotion?
There will be no punishment, for you have committed no wrong.
My lord.
Anna looked into her. It seems that woman's ill repute dates back to her days in Glenbrook. Likely, she thought to obfuscate her misdeeds in the Crown City by hiding within my troops. But she wasn't able to conceal her true self in the end. I suppose she thought to earn my favor with the stolen food. Unfortunately for her, she misjudged my principles.
Lord Serenoa.
Forgive me for my oversight in this matter. I shall take all necessary precautions to ensure nothing like it happens again.
So, you aren't upset with me for throwing a noblewoman in jail?
Had I been in your position, I would have done the very same. For her misdeeds in Glenbrook and the crime you caught her committing, I shall order her banished at once. She will never again be welcome in the Wolfort domain. Let it serve as a deterrent to any others who would prey upon the common people. It is rare that I meet someone so committed to holding those of high birth accountable for their actions. I hope he will continue to do so. House Wolfort must be a house the people can trust.
Of course, my lord. You have my word. I knew I made the right choice. Unlike Patriatte, Lord Serenoa is a man worth serving. Yes, I finally found where I am meant to be. But I cannot rest on my laurels. Yes, I must serve my new lord as best I can.
It's important to note that people can have bad things happen to them and can make poor decisions, so it's... Oh wait, achievement unlocked. A lord worth serving. So I guess we're finishing people's side stories and getting achievements for it. But at any rate, yeah, I would just say keep your principles in mind more than the person you serve. Because once again, people can fail. But of course, serve faithfully as you can. Anyway, let's go... Well, we'll check out what Frederica's up to in the Crown City first. I'll make a decision eventually. Here we go.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps, but his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolfort messenger! Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolfort, bearing tidings of Lord Simon.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well. And he is most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolford so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolford domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolford does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Okay, at least it doesn't seem like a fake messenger. My assumption is the Hyzantian troops are doing this?
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
Okay, spy lady. Alright, so yes, we can still take a look at Roland. Alright then. To the king.
The coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolford will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir.
Notice how he immediately said, oh, House Wolford will basically pay for everything. Yeah, Patriatte. Sure.
To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking, a king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol.
I mean,
you needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriatte. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Suette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriatte and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Damn those Royalists! They cannot be left to their own devices.
and this is why even if you sit in the big fancy chair, sometimes the things you say should get done don't always get done. Because, still need bureaucrats and things that do their jobs well. Which Patriatte is apparently doing less well than he was under Gustadolf, shall we say. Okay, ooh, and we have another side story with the Hierophant's Palace for Hierophant. With Glenbrook reclaimed and Esfrost dealt a heavy blow, Hyzant takes the opportunity to make a strategic move. That's alright. What do they do?
House Wolford and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalas and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustadolf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt. Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Ha! Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzelian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzelian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression. But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Idor is connecting the dots.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help, and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook, they will both be ours before long.
Politics. Okay. But that is the game that must be played, apparently. Alright then, the paths before House Wolfort diverge, meaning they will have to go their separate ways for the first time. Which way will Serenoa take? Oh! Big decision moment. Alright. Let's take over Hyzant.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
Third path?
I suspect Patriatte and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events. I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters. Separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
Okay. You'd think we could kind of split them up a little more evenly, but, yeah. I cannot help but feel restless. We reclaimed the crown city and have already begun restoration efforts. There should be no question as to what needs to be done here. And yet, something has me unsettled. No. So yeah, honestly, we only need one person to go talk to Simone. The main reason to have everybody else go is probably to fend off a random Hyzantian assault. Going to help the Rosellan villagers just makes sense. But if we can't get rid of the Royalists, we have to take over Glenbrook all over again. So yeah, no, that seems like the biggest thing to do. So let's see what Gila thinks, or actually, can I go explore the city? Yeah, let's go outside. Lots of reading to do in this episode. You might want to go to the next episode if you don't like reading. I must admit, I am deeply fascinated by you, Lord Serenoa. A lord turned saint who won back his kingdom from as frosty clutches and saw the prince back to his throne. I can only wonder how your people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. If I go to Wolford, I suppose Milo will be coming with me. Milo. Okay, so she's gonna follow us wherever. Do we really want her near the Royalists? No. I would probably send her back to Lord Simon. Then again, she might try to poison dear old Dad. That'd be terrible. I heard some bandits were spotted on the outskirts of the Rosellan village. Rumor has it they're led by some father and daughter. How do they still live? What were their names again? Travis and Trish. Yep. Oh, what could they be after? Family banditry. We gotta get them, like, a better job being blacksmiths or something. Just saying. I need something better to do than banditry. Lord Serenoa, I have heard great things about you. You are appointed one of the Saintly Seven and even demonstrated your prowess as Lord of a high house in battle. How shall we royalists address you from now on? As, your saintly, most noble Wolfortness. Yes, this is absolutely how I wish to be termed by you and all of your ilk. Before I send you to jail. Anyway. We were downright cowards under Ezra's rule, but hearing stories of House Wolford's courage in reclaiming the capital has inspired us to do better. That's good. To think that King Roland was alive all this time. Your house has my utmost respect for helping him reclaim the capital. My allegiance to the royal family shall not waver. Not now or ever. Okay. Where were you when Cordelia was trying to survive? Probably being a guard. Okay, that seems fair. I can't get behind the hedge as far as I'm aware. Unless... jumping skills. No spacebar jump. Okay, fair enough. Salt reserves are running low. We must restore trade with Hyzant as soon as possible. As one of the Saintly Seven, isn't there anything you can do? You needn't worry so much. The consortium and merchants are already on the move. Let's give them some time. If we rush into negotiations, we may be taken advantage of. It is in our best interest to wait for the opportune moment. We must have King Roland's permission before we act. In the meantime, we can share a portion of Wolford's stores with the Crown City. Oh, right, they gave us a bunch of salt, didn't they, when I became a saint? Well, I would hope the consortium and merchants are on the move, because they want money, and salt is how they get their money. This doesn't make much sense to me, because right now, the opportune moment is we need salt. King Roland's permission before we act? No, I think consortium and merchants. That would also probably help this guy most. Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? If you allow the merchants to do as they please, our kingdom will lose face. We will, of course, expedite officially restoring trade, but it is critical that we stabilize our salt supplies, and we could accomplish that quicker and avoid any unnecessary confusion by using the merchants. I see. Drastic times call for drastic measures. It's more important right now to adapt rather than being bound by the usual order of things. You have put my mind at ease, Lord Wolford. I cannot thank you enough. That's right. Sometimes you adapt and overcome. Okay, any shinies hiding? I do not see a shine over there, but I believe there must be one somewhere. Okay, so... Oh, right, I should check down here as well. Fountains. Fountains. Sparkling. Amulet of Immunity, you say? Okay. Wherefore art thou, Amulet of Immunity? To all status ailments. Okay. Sheila doesn't usually get hit by statuses. I would give it to Flanagan. Narf. Probably Narf. Honestly. Because he can heal. He can do anything as long as he's able to. So you know what? Narf. You're immune now, friend. Yeah. Okay, we have Huette with the Resurrection Earring and the Black Anklet. And then Rearguard's Cloak. I forget what button I pressed before. How did I do this? Did I right-click it? No. How did I do this? Past me was smarter, apparently. Okay, so Rearguard's Cloak. Shift. Backspace. No. How did I do this? Well, we can always do it the hard way, but I had wanted to do it the easy way. Control, Alt, spacebar. Alright. We go to our roster. Roland. We remove your cloak. If it'll let me. Okay, well. Why game? Okay. We'll worry about it later. I'll probably do it off camera. Okay then. That was a shiny. We go over here. Looking for a shiny. Anything else? No. Alright. So I think we've talked to everybody over there. I'm also just double checking because I thought I saw a shine, but that was probably just the water. Yeah, it's just water. Okay. Then we go back here just because. Checking all the wonderful hedges. Nope. Alright. And then by the big tree is there... Oh, wait. Superior timber. So we found one. Cool. Anything up here? No. Wait. Did that person just appear? What? How did I miss you? Okay. Well, we will be going back there. Also, shiny. Superior stone. Wonderful. Anything else on these benches? No. No bench presses? Newspapers on benches? It's definitely what a bench press is. No. Fine then, tree. You have the last laugh. Yeah, I don't think this person was here. Huh. Okay. We are royalists, along with Minister Patriatte himself, are helping to rebuild the castle. We must reverse all the changes that Esfrost has wrought and see the Crown City back to its former glory. If they made some good ones, who cares? I know that there are many problems facing the kingdom now, but us royalists are more than happy to take care of everything. Let us serve King Roland together. Please see to domestic affairs and reassure the people that everything will be okay. Is it true that the royalists tried to win the Archduke's favor in order to protect themselves? Oh, that's a loaded question. Okay. If you want our trust, tell us everything you learned about Esfrost under their rule. I mean, that seems like a good way to do things. I wish I could, my lord, but Archduke Gustave had us doing only the most menial of tasks. There isn't anything I can tell you. I should have suspected as much. There is no way Gustave would tell anything to those he couldn't trust. I do remember one thing, though. Minister Patriatte said that Lady Erica always wanted fresh fruit and wine brought to her room. I see. Thank you for your help. I mean, that is true. She did. We saw that in the cutscene pretty clearly. That is kind of hilarious that she remembers that. Okay. Well then, I think we're done exploring. Let's just make sure our notes aren't going to be helpful in some way by looking at them. Notes. Okay. The people of Norzelia. People are a product of their environment. For example, citizens of Glenbrook are calm and mild-mannered, much like their mild surroundings. Those living in the Crown City that bustles with trade, however, are calculating and easily influenced by others. The people are also characterized by their emphasis on custom and tradition, which can be expected from such a long-standing nation. Those living in the Wolfort domain are simple and sincere, perhaps influenced by their lords. As Frosty citizens, on the other hand, are characterized by their proud and independent personalities. The duchy is home to many ambitious and inquisitive artisans. Some might say they can come off as self-righteous. The Hyzantian subjects are pious and honest, followers of the goddess. They offer their thanks to her every day for her blessing of equality. Ordinary persons such as myself tend to feel ashamed in comparison. Finally, we have the Roselle, marked by their rose-colored hair. Unfortunately, I have never had the pleasure of meeting a Rosellan in person, though I doubt I ever will find one outside the source. The goddess's teachings portray them as sinners who attempted to monopolize salt in ancient times, but could that really be true? Dun dun dun. There are two large wind systems constantly blowing across Norzelia. The cold wind, blowing from north to south, is known as the mountain wind. The warmer wind that blows from east to west is the desert wind. These two winds collide above the plains, creating clouds and bringing about rainfall. The breeze generated by this collision also helps ships traveling upstream. Birds instinctively use this wind when in flight. Messenger birds in particular take advantage of the gusts to travel long distances quickly. When great hawks have riders upon their backs, they utilize the strong winds to ascend and glide. Skilled hawkers and hawk riders can read the winds and use them to travel further, faster. Norzelia River ships. The Norzelia River, which runs through the three nations, is an integral part of the realm's trade and military affairs. In the Kingdom of Glenbrook, built upon the riverbank, boats are a popular mode of transportation, and cargo ships are a frequent sight. The holy state of Hyzant also has many large shipping vessels for their prospering salt trade. While it is possible to go upstream with paddles and sails, it is not uncommon to see people or horses towing a boat from the shore in the rapids. In Esfrost, ships are necessary not only for cargo, but their military as well. Their warships are clad in iron armor and are skilled at navigating even the river rapids. Their naval fleet and black iron strike fear into the hearts of any who dare stand against them. Which, yeah, I mean, if cannons aren't really a thing right now, those ironclad ships are nigh impossible to bring down without just getting the timbers on fire. The history of Norzelia is also the history of the goddess's teachings. The goddess punished the Roselle, who attempted to claim the realm's salt as their own, and bestowed the source upon her faithful. The goddess's scriptures are the oldest of Norzelia's written records, and her teachings are the oldest religion in the land. The history of her followers predates that of all nations. With the source and the power of salt at their backs, her faithful built a nation headed by a Hierophant that unified church and state. That nation came to be known as the Holy State of Hyzant. According to the scriptures, Hyzant is the oldest of the three nations, though it is unknown when the giant statue of the goddess at the source was built. Her believers assert that it is the goddess descended upon this earth. Her words are spoken through the Hierophant, who in turn brings equality to her faithful. The fact that such a peculiar nation owns the source and has held such tremendous influence since antiquity is both a mystery and distinction of Norzelian history. While some books assert that Glenbrook is the oldest of the three nations, those records were written after the goddess's scriptures. This has led some to believe that they are more fabrication than fact. Although there is no doubt as to when the scriptures were written, their level of literary completeness suggests that other records should have existed at the time. Since no such records remain, however, it is hypothesized that a large-scale book burning may have occurred. The Saintly Seven, headed by the Hierophant, are the leaders of Hyzant. They are responsible for aiding the Hierophant, oracle of the goddess, and guiding the Holy State's faithful. In addition, each saint is responsible for an important division and acts as a minister in other nations. However, all are equal in the eyes of the goddess, including the Saintly Seven. It is therefore strictly forbidden for anyone to pursue their own personal interests. The saints who serve the Hierophant are as follows. Previously, Source Land, Minister of Salt, Overseer of the Source, Exum Marshal, Minister of Arms, Master of Military Matters, Camsil Ferrant, Minister of Domestic Affairs, Protector of Public Order. Okay, so he's like the police commissioner guy. So I guess that explains why he was partially there for the military. Idor Delmira, Minister of Religion. Lila Viscraft, Minister of Medicine. Tenebris Mistel, Vice Minister of Religion, Keeper of the Goddess's History. Oh, that's interesting. That's 6 right there. Okay. Wait, so where's the 7th? This seems old. Okay, the Rosellan Uprising. The source is said to be the holy ground in Hyzant, and a place where the Roselle atone for the sins of their ancestors. It is also the origin of the realm's salt, but its limited access makes it nearly impossible for anyone to see what truly goes on inside. However, during the midst of the Salt Iron War, the Roselle rebelled against the holy state and escaped, leaving behind a scar upon the goddess's statue, or so the story goes. Hyzant has never made an official statement regarding the incident. Even so, investigations have shown that a group of Roselle were spotted near the Citadel of the Sands and the Wolfort domain at that time. It is also an open secret that a Rosellan village stands deep within the current Wolfort domain. Around the same time, Lady Orlea was also welcomed to Ironstone as a concubine of the previous Archduke, Sigmund. The Archduke never revealed Lady Orlea's origins, much to the disappointment of his chief vassals, but the occurrence of these incidents is much too great a coincidence to ignore. But those are problems of the past. What is important is the fact that the Roselle at the source possess the power to shake Hyzant. If we were able to harness that power, our nation would be in a most favorable position. So this must be an Frosty Archives book that we found. Oh, wait. History of Esfrost. I think, right? Because we found iron swords and stuff before. Yeah. The origins of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost are complex. The nation's founders were of House Esfrost, a family of nobles related to a previous generation of Glenbrook's royal line. At that time, a clan from the northern mountains repeatedly invaded the kingdom and caused great damage. House Esfrost then led a company of vassals and mercenaries into the mountains and defeated the clan's chief. In recognition of their valor, the king granted the Esfrost dukedom and rulership of their conquered territory, which came to be known as the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. House Esfrost encouraged the mountain folk under their jurisdiction to turn their ironworking skills into an industry, thus strengthening their move toward independence. When the crown transferred to the current family line, Esfrost made its break from the kingdom and established itself as its own nation. Their military might is still alive and well in the Black Irons, who wield the latest iron arms, and the mountain folk raised in the harsh northern environs ardently support the simple and stable rule of House Esfrost. Okay. And anything else new? Oh, wait. Beagle's Nature Records, Part 1. Okay. The plains of Glenbrook, which spread across the center of the realm, are a fertile area enriched by the river's waters. The central area has been cleared away and established as a breadbasket of Norzelia, known for its bountiful grain harvest. To the south lies a vast forest, wherein tigers are rumored to roam. There are a number of Glenbrook legends regarding kings and warriors who hunted these beasts, which likely came from a time when that forest covered more of the plains. Hawks are also known to inhabit various areas across the plains. Their shrewd conduct and gallant figure is known to all who live in the area, and they are beloved by the kingdom's people as a symbol of strength and pride. The hawk upon House Wolfort's crest is a perfect example of that adoration. Okay, and I think we've probably read these before? Yep. Major have to have great hawks, both intelligent, large enough to carry a rider. Yep. Oh, wait. This may be new. Once known to nest all across the realm, but are now rarely seen outside the mountains. Due to the difficulties of artificial breeding, these mountains are considered a very valuable place to hawk riders and any who use birds when sending missives. Okay. The barren desert of Hyzant. Several small oases dot the depths of the sands, and herds of wild horses gather around these watering holes. Okay. Very good cavalry in Hyzant because of that. Alright. Very good. So I think we're good there. Information, anything else new? Family banditry. Recently, a gang of bandits, their numbers greater than even the Wolfort soldiers can manage, have been spotted near the Rosellan village. Yep. Milo's destination. Interest in Serenoa. If he goes back to the Wolfort domain, perhaps you will accompany him. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go back on track. So, Benedict returned to Wolfort. As the steward of House Wolfort, it is my duty to let Lord Simone know what happened while he was ill. Yeah, okay, so he's already chosen a path. Cool, okay, so we don't need to talk to everyone. Eridor is undecided. The Ground City is finally back in Glenbrook's hands, but our work's far from over.
Listen, lad.
Where do you think we should go from here, lad? We should look into everything. But I believe we are best spent investigating the Royalists. So that's also interesting. He definitely wants to return home. Does not want to investigate the bandits. Is okay with going for the Royalists. You think we should stay here and help out King Roland, eh? Any reason why? I do not want to give either Esfrost or Hyzanth the opportunity to kick us while we're down. Yep. And we need other stuff, but let's
You're
do this.
onto something.
I hear you. We won the battle, but not the war. If we take too long to get back on our feet, there's no telling who will come to strike us down next. Which means we have to give both the Crown City and the Royalists our full attention here and now.
I feel this in my gut.
I think a fine reason to want to stay. Okay. And
Lord Saranoa.
We finally managed to rout the Isfrosti forces from the capital, but it seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most.
Okay. So I'm guessing checking out the Rosellan bandits is actually the hardest based on how this is dictated. Okay.
You would have us investigate the Royalists, my lord? There are many who are unhappy with Roland's return, and I doubt the Royalists' activities are doing him any favors. The Crown City has yet to heal from the previous battle. As the ones who fought in it, it is our responsibility to help restore it to its former glory.
I think this one.
The Royalists hid in the shadows during Esfrost's occupation. I can only imagine how they will use the capital's reclamation to their advantage. We must ensure that the Crown City does not fall prey to anyone else's wiles.
Even so?
But the Royalists are cunning. One wrong move and we may find ourselves ensnared in their political warfare. As the last remaining High House, I think it reasonable we stay in the Crown City, and yet...
Interesting. So that didn't seem good enough for her. Gila. Oh, wait. More shinies. Wait. I did not check in here. Enough. Clearly. Okay, wait. I thought I saw something. No. Okay. Just the scales. Alright. Huette. Roland. Okay, we don't want to mess with them. And can I... Oh, I can go up the stairs. Freedom! And also, I think the door just shown... Yeah. Oh, several of these are shiny. Ooh. Extra large HP recovery. Okay, anything up here? No. Patriatte didn't leave me any exquisite fruits or veggies. Fine. Be that way, Patriatte. Be that way. 1,500 money? Okay. I think we should give that back to Roland. For his spear. Because it's useful. Alright then. Gila.
Ah, yes?
Things are slowly settling down in the capital. Right now would be the perfect time to pay the Rosellan village a visit. The rumors of bandits are clearly troubling her. Perhaps you could help put her mind at ease.
We should probably help the Crown City.
You would like to help His Majesty investigate the Royalists, I see. Is the issue such a pressing one?
We are the last remaining High House, that's true.
We may have reclaimed the capital, but there is still unrest within the city.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I suppose the people aren't exactly welcoming him back with open arms after all that's happened. And now the Royalists may even be adding oil to the fire. Indeed, it might be unwise to leave His Majesty alone. You are a good friend, Lord Saranoa.
I don't know what to do.
Alas, it seems Crown City is also in dire need of our attention.
Okay. I'm fine if you go with Frederica, by the way. I completely understand. Let's see. So Huette, we're fine with. Benedict is fine. So yeah, we're just good. Alright. Unless, can I talk to Frederica about it?
If the rumors of bandits are true, then Jerome and the others might be in danger. I must go to the village and see how my people are faring.
Yep. I'd be fine with you going with Frederica. I'd feel better her, having a healer around. But I guess we'll see how this shakes out. I don't know.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
If we must part, friends, we must part. But never will you be alone. In our heart.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I stand with you, my lord. You will lead House Wolfort to where it belongs.
Okay.
You have my vote.
After much deliberation, I've decided to let your convictions lead us.
You won me over.
I've got no good reason to disagree with you, lad. You have my vote.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Help rolling, rolling, rolling. Wow.
All right then. Oh, everybody went with me. Okay, other than the two who
The
obviously
way
have to
forward
go.
is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and investigate the truth behind the Royalist plot.
Yeah. At least we've got our spy with us.
I shall remain in the capital and help King Roland investigate the Royalists.
I'm in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolfort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And I shall see to the Rosellan village. I shan't be gone long, worry not.
Then this is farewell for now. Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
I wonder if... Man, I really wonder if I shouldn't have, like, talked Gila out of going with Frederica just so that she's not alone, because that's definitely more dangerous. But I'm hoping the game won't make it, like, a thing. But maybe it will. I wonder. Well, dear viewer, we will save the game here and perhaps call it a day. So, depending on how this dialogue and or narration and or, yep, okay.
With peace tentatively restored to the Crown City, House Wolfort's members scatter to the far corners of the domain. Benedict returns to Castle Wolfort alone. Likewise, Frederica tends to her own in the Rosellan village.
Goodbye, friends.
Serenoa and King Roland, meanwhile, begin investigating a cabal of royalists, bent on regaining their lost power and influence.
Chapter 15, Part 2. Were I King? Is this about Patriattes?
Why would you take what little aid the crown has given us? Have you no heart?
Well, this is just in
Watch
public.
your words. The royal family entrusted House Consor with the minutiae of daily governance, and our priorities have changed. These provisions were deployed without any care, and are to be collected and redistributed in line with the royal family's wishes.
But we've already eaten the food. Our children were starved, sir.
You're fine.
I accept your confession. You shall answer for the crime of embezzling from the crown.
You're not serious.
We're sorry.
Don't apologize to them. They're royalist scum. And they can't take away what they didn't give in the first place. We know Hyzant sent the provisions.
The boy's right. House Wolford arranged for them. You've no right to reclaim what you never owned in the first place.
You pathetic peasants. Do you not see that they are the root of your suffering?
I'm just more worried that here are people with sharp objects near you. Live to fight another day, people.
I see it as thanks to them that you nobles still have a kingdom in which to parade around and lord your station over us.
Neither the Royalists nor the Crown have done aught to help us. You stood idle while Esfrost invaded us, while they ruled us with an iron fist.
She speaks true, and even worse, you nobles rushed to Gustadolf's side. Yet here you stand, with the gall to accuse us of crimes against the crown. You seek to hide your own treachery.
No.
I'd sooner bend the knee to Esfrost all over again than have a traitor to the crown darken my door.
Not content with embezzlement, you would add treason to your list of crimes. Crimes for which you shall now pay.
No, 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 no!
No!
Okay.
Dad!
You fiend! There's nothing noble about you!
Run, you fools!
We've suffered enough. It's time we fought to keep what's ours.
Actually, it's flying fools.
Kill every last one of these traitorous curs.
This punk. Alright, Patriatte. It's time to kick you out of here.
What do you think you're doing? Cease this madness at once, Patriatte! I beg you, calm yourselves!
It's Lord Wolford himself!
Why have you turned your weapon on the people? Explain yourself.
They are not our people. They are filthy insurrectionists who would overthrow the royal family.
Stay with me, please! Mother! Father!
Good thing we kept Gila around.
So you commit murder in their name?
There are Isfrosti sympathizers in our midst who must be reminded of the royal family's primacy. I will not see the throne usurped again.
Nah, those are excuses. Chuck this man into the river, please. Okay. The problem being that he probably has a powerful block of people that we have to take care of first. And by take care of, I mean find evidence and convict and all that jazz. Okay, so we'll figure that out next time, dear viewer. Don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Comment on what you think is going to happen to Patriatte. Because I have a feeling he's just going to run to Esfrost somehow. And we'll have to track him down. We'll see, we'll see. In the meantime, dear viewer, I hope you have a great day.